Beerreviews.com. All right, tonight we are going to do a beer review that I cheated on. I kind of, if you watch me in other videos, I usually kind of preempt the beginning whether I've tried it or not. This is a beer from the Southern Pines Brewing Company out of North Carolina, known for all of its phenomenal golf. This is called the Texas Rig. It's a Imperial IPA, comes in a 4-pack, and it's pricey. It's $15 for the 4-pack. They say that, you know, if you know what a Texas rig is, if you've ever bass fished, you know, it's designed to be one of the most lethal lures on the planet. So it says Texas Rig is juicy, layered with Citra, Mosaic, and Amarillo hops. Two of my favorites are in there, Citra and Mosaic. The most luxurious hops on the planet are liberally added, luring out big citrus aromas and flavors deep in the kettle. And it says, as bright as summer sun, you won't be able to take your eyes off this irresistibly beauty of its brilliance in the golden liquid. The perfect dockside companion in a summer day, you are guaranteed to catch what you're looking for. You've got a Texas Rig. This stuff is awesome. Southern Pines Brewing Company, they're not a huge brewery. Again, I live on the East Coast, so it's easier for me to get. This is one of those beer reviews I do that I know I'm not going to get a lot of views on, but if you can find this, you'll see why in a second. Buy it. So again, I already told you about the hops. ABVs are 8.5%, so right over about that 8% mark is when it tips into the Imperial IPA level. So again, I already know what's in here, so I'm excited. You're not yet, because I haven't told you. But when you pour this beer, what's interesting about this beer is that it looks and smells exactly the way it should for an Imperial IPA, which again, I think breweries are getting better at, but it's got a little bit more of kind of that orangish color to it. It's completely filtered. There's nothing residual floating around. The head is perfect. And I remember this. When I had this the first time, everything was real balanced. When beers are brewed that are complex and they're brewed well, everything balances. You have a nice foamy head, got a little bit of carbonation. I don't like cloudy beers at all. If you watch me in other beer reviews, it's perfectly golden, kind of orangish color. It smells absolutely phenomenal. This beer smells a little bit to me like Enjoy by Stone, but it's got a little bit more orange in it, a little bit more grapefruit, maybe a little bit of passion fruit. It's got a ton of Citra and Mosaic hops, a ton of them. I mean, it's pounds that you can smell that are brewed into this beer. It's probably one of the best smelling beers I've had in a very long time. It smells fresh, it smells fruity, it smells hoppy, it smells like it's been brewed with ever-loving care, and you can smell the complexity. You can tell this is not a simple beer to brew. Now, IPAs are before I get into this, IPAs are my favorite, without a doubt, style of beer. I'm very picky about them. And again, why? Well, number one, it's my favorite, but I think a lot of people want to jump in the market like this small brewery and act like they can run with the big boys. This guy right here, this runs with the big boys. I'm going to tell you why. Cheers. Man, I mean, it is extremely smooth. It's dangerous to drink. It's 8.5%. There's zero booziness. It's very smooth to drink. There's a ton, just a ton of this really fresh, I call it nectar flavor of multiple fruits that blend very well together, and then it hits the middle of your palate, and it's got this big mouthfeel that explodes with Mosaic hops. You can literally taste the fresh Mosaic hops in there, and it finishes extremely smooth. It is not difficult to drink. There's no bite to it. There's no booziness to it. It goes down like water, and it has a phenomenal aftertaste. Now, this is one of those beers that I warn people, if you have one of these, you're going to smell like it for a while. It's that, they call it the dankness. It's that dank. It's got this phenomenal stickiness to it that is extremely welcoming to your palate. It's, again, it's not bitter in the fact that I call it jaw curl. There's none of that. And again, at 8.5%, for a beer to be brewed this smooth, they did something very, very, very well. It ranks in the top 5 IPAs that I've had this year, hands down. It will be in my top 10 for 2017. So there you have it. I don't do this often, but in the IPA market, we rate our beers between 1 and 5. This is a 5. This is a must buy. I will buy it again. Again, the price point, it hurts a little bit. It's $15 for a 4-pack. That's not easy, but it is so worth it. If you can find this beer, it's got a great label with this bass, with the Texas rig. They've got this southern pine tree on the back. It is absolutely killer, and I don't say that often about IPAs. So if you can find it, buy it. And if you can buy it and you can drink it, leave comments on our YouTube channel or our website, microbeerreviews.com. This beer is awesome. We'd love to hear from you. We upload all the time. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And as always, we will see you again real soon. Cheers.